You're on.
Hello everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we're going to be reading Mark chapter 6 verses 1 through 29, Psalm 39, and Proverbs chapter 10 verse 10. We'll be reading in the King James Version. Are you following along? Okay. So let's get started with Mark chapter 6. And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples follow him. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence hath this man these things? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, but his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house. And he could there do no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk, and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief. And he went round about the villages teaching. And he called unto him the 12, and began to send forth by 2 and 2, and gave them power over unclean spirits, and commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey, save a staff only, no scrip, no bread, no money in their purse. But he showed his sandals, and not put on 2 coats. And he said unto them, In what place soever ye enter into a house, therefore abide till ye depart from that place. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear you when ye depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in that day of judgment than for that city. And they went out and preached that men should repent. And they cast out many devils, and anointed with oil many that were sick, and healed them. And King Herod heard of him, for his name was spread abroad. And he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. Others said that it is Elias, and others said that it is a prophet, or one of the prophets. But when Herod heard thereof, he said, It is John, whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead. For Herod himself had sent forth and laid hold upon John, and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. For John had said unto Herod, It is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. Therefore Herodias had a quarrel against him, and would have killed him, but she could not. For Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man and a holy, and observed him. And when he heard him, he did many things, and heard him gladly. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lords, high captains, and chief estates of Galilee. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced, and pleased Herod, and them that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, Ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it to thee. And he swore unto her, Whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give it thee unto the half of my kingdom. And she went forth, and said unto her mother, What shall I ask? And she said, The head of John the Baptist. And she came in straightway with haste unto the king, and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist. And the king was exceeding sorry. Yet for his oath's sake, and for their sakes, which sat with him, he would not reject her. And immediately the king sent an executioner, and commanded his head to be brought. And he went and beheaded him in the prison, and brought his head in a charger, and gave it to the damsel. And the damsel gave it to her mother. And when his disciples heard of it, they came and took up his corpse, and laid it in a tomb. Does that mean the head too? I don't know. Or the sick Herodias woman done something with the head? Who knows? I don't know. I wonder that. Did she keep the head? Did she give the head to them? She was sick. Herodias. And her daughter too, for asking such a thing. Okay, so now we are going to stop with the book of Mark, and we are going to read Psalm 39. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence. I held my peace, even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. My heart was not within me. While I was musing, the fire burned. Then spake I unto my tongue. Lord, make me to know mine end, and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, thou hast made my days as a handbreadth, and mine age is as nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Selah. Surely every man walketh in a vain show. Surely they are disquieted in vain. He heapeth up riches, and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope is in thee. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Make me not the reproach of the foolish. I was dumb. I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it. Remove thy stroke away from me. I am consumed by the blow of thine hand. When thou with rebukes dost correct man for iniquity, thou makest his beauty to consume away like a moth. Surely every man is vanity. Selah. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears, for I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner, as all my fathers were. O spare me, that I may recover strength before I go hence, and be no more. And that was Psalm 39. And now we have our one proverb today. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 10. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. Okay, guys. That was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touches your guys' hearts. If I do the Bible study tonight, it will also be in Proverbs. So we're on that. If you guys would like to come and join our Bible study when I put it up. Okay, and here's a picture I wanted to show you from the coloring book Layla sent from the coloring books. I picked this one out and colored it yesterday. Finished it up. Okay, so now let's go to our question. Let's see. Okay, this was a question from the Old Testament, but we have talked about it before. Not this year, I don't believe. Maybe last year or the year before, from the Old Testament. Who was the mother of Samuel? Who was the mother of Samuel in the Bible? And the answer you should have came up with is Hannah. Hannah was the mother of Samuel. That's a story all on its own, but I won't get into that today. Let's see. Here's your question for tonight. What disease did Jesus heal 10 men of? What disease did Jesus heal 10 men of? It was like a common disease back then. Alright. So, like, you don't hear about it these days, you know. It was more of a back then time disease. So let's go ahead and go through our prayer requests. Please pray for Lonnie Doles Jr. and his family. Please pray for Jimmy Myers, Sherman Crabtree. Please pray for my mom, Rhonda Karshner. They said they didn't see anything on the x-ray, but that sometimes it don't show up. So if she keeps hurting, they're going to do a scan. And I talked to her last night, and she was feeling worse. She wasn't feeling any better at all. She sounded miserable. And like I said, she don't go to the doctors like that, and she's not one to take Tylenol or anything. I tried to give her Tylenol, ibuprofen. She won't take nothing. And she's not one for the doctor like that, and I know she's going to be in a lot of pain to go for that. Please pray for Abby Myers, Layla and her son Emil, Michelle Watkins, Andrew and Bella, Judy Thompson, Cindy and Jim Welsh, Dora Carper, Garnet and Jim Boyer, Melody Stanley, Linda and April Thacker, Randy Post, Henry, Jason, Sammy, and Paco. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.